having fun yet?
This is awesome.
Mini bikes,
Cool.
KC-175s, motorcycles, some of the best cars, great
Go-karts.
barbecue, great friends, and an airboat.
Barbecue.
So,
And unbelievable work.
all right, JD, you said he could start this thing.
Yeah, start it.
Really?
Yeah, just turn the key on.
Ready?
I'm ready. That is awesome. Worldwide shipping is available on this cream pupper. What a great day to be alive. Once in a lifetime opportunity. Runs hard. Wow. Outstanding. So grab your cup of Joe and let's go. Let's talk a few minutes about capitalism. How did that come up? Well, recently I had a meal with my good buddies here. We got into it over that. Is it free trade? Does the market really control the prices? So is it the private property owner's ability to push and drive the market standards? Well, I think the answer is yes. To refresh my memory on truly what capitalism is, I went to Hillsdale College. That's Hillsdale College EDU. And they have a course, a 7-lecture course on understanding capitalism. Now I've got my ammo next time I sit down here with these two good buddies and to go over that. We weren't disagreeing over it, but we actually had some people overhear us while we were talking. And some people out there think capitalism is evil. However, there's a lot of things going on globally in the market right now that has to do with capitalism. So get yourself a refresher course, Understanding Capitalism. Now the courses are free and there's 40 of them. Anything from ancient Rome to Christianity to Understanding Capitalism. Go right now to hillsdale.edu/coffeewalk to enroll in this course, Understanding Capitalism. There's no cost and it's easy to get started. That's hillsdale.edu/coffeewalk to enroll for free. hillsdale.edu/coffeewalk. Live it, love it, learn it.
What's the deal with the mannequins?
Well, JD Pass, aka the Cowboy from the vault in Jackson, Mississippi, sent them to us. Pretty cool. Here, hold that, Sean P. Glad Sean was here.
Been in this position before, sorry, Art.
Oh, look at that. Oh, you got that. You notice JD made himself the same height as us.
Yeah, I think it's a half.
And the same width. Wow. Thanks, Cowboy. Outstanding. Lots of people walk in, ask that question. They got to look at them for a minute. It takes a minute to figure out who they actually are, but I think they're pretty cool. And in that realm, we're going to Jackson today for a 6-car buy. Some great stuff. So grab your cup of Joe and let's go. It's 11:30 a.m. We're at the vault in Jackson, Mississippi. We left Collins Brothers Jeep at 4:45. So what we're looking at today, James, are projects.
All right.
Which means none of them are going to run a drive.
Great.
They're high-end projects.
High-end projects.
So we have three manpower. It's more than 3 horsepower.
They have one of those things that pushes the cars to
Yeah, they do. You can get it that close. All right, let's go see what JD's up to.
Welcome, y'all.
How are you?
How are you?
Go ahead, guys.
Thanks.
Great. How are you doing?
Doing good, doing good.
Yeah.
Hey, honey.
What's up, baby girl?
How are you doing?
Good.
Love it.
Good. Shorts, tennis shoes.
It's hot, brother.
You playing golf after this?
No, it's too damn hot. You have to pick 80 and 90 degree weather. What you doing, Zach?
How's it going?
Sean, what you doing, brother? What is all these coffee walk shirts on here? Get them some ball shirts. Get something.
Get them,
that's good. What
get
you
them,
doing, brother?
get them, and we'll wear them.
I do have a ball shirt at home.
I want one.
Looks like you got more memorabilia than you had last time.
Oh, it's just, you know how it is.
You used to be the world's largest mini bike collector. You got any left?
I've got my one. Yeah, I've got several of them. But I'll tell you what, I got my 175 Kawasaki 74 running back there.
Okay.
So you can ride it. Just one kick and it takes off and runs. And so we need to play on it a little bit.
I'm in.
It's great. So,
Well, so we,
how was your trip?
good. We left at 4:45. Got here at 11:30. So we don't drive quite as fast as you, but we did all right.
Well, I'm finding a calmer JD in my older age, you know. I've crested 60 now, going downhill off 60. So, you know, I'm finding a little. I'm trying to find.
I'm in the same boat. You know that.
I'm trying to find a better JD. Brandy says she's married to me and she likes JD, but that Jerry Donson she hates. You know, so.
He's in the past.
Yeah, that's right.
So we're gonna have an easy day then, huh?
Yeah, we are. We are.
Well, so
one?
JD, he's
we
like
have
I am. We'll do dead or alive, right?
Yeah.
All right. So you got a '53 Corvette.
Yep.
That's kind of a resto mod thing.
Yep.
'57 T-Bird that needs restoration.
Yep. Well, it's in horrible shape.
2 XKE Jags that are kind of projects, right?
They're cool cars. They're just in pieces, thousands of pieces.
Wonderful. MGA, which looks to be a pretty nice car.
That's probably the best car in the whole bunch.
Okay, and I'm thinking about fighting that Gallardo. What's up with that? Is that just a body?
Well, if you want, yeah, it's a shell. I mean, it's been totally gutted and stripped, so it's just a shell. It's a candidate for an LS motor and some suspension and a track car.
There you
sell it to
go.
Somebody do something like that.
Or yard
When I
art.
saw it,
Yeah,
only
oh,
had
yeah.
2 tires, like the whole rear end.
Does it actually have 2 tires on it? I was thinking it had none. So it has 2 on the front and none on the back then.
That's what I thought.
It's been a while since we can go all the way back to the third warehouse. It's in the third warehouse because that's where the third collectibles are.
So now, you told me, is this on a North Star chassis?
Yes. No.
No?
I don't remember what's on this. I think it may be on a North Star chassis. I believe it is. You're exactly right. But it's just a pain in the butt to open. And no, you don't just go open the door.
Okay, so popper for the hood's underneath there. That's cool. Door poppers in the fender. I want to see what motor's in it.
Push that over again. See if it'll open this one. It's got 2 cylinders.
It almost looks like a 6-cylinder Buick motor.
It is.
Okay. Well, this thing ought to be fun to drive. Correct me if I'm wrong, JD. I mean, you bought a bunch on the state. They've been sitting for a
37.
long time.
Well, yeah, we had that auction. You know, we talked about that back in. Then y'all bid on some and this, that, and the other thing. And so this is just some of the stuff that's left over that, you know, it was all in pieces and parts. The man was 10 years past and probably sat around for 10 years. He bought a lot of these cars from Copart and places like that.
Well, probably not this one, though.
No, I'm not saying this one, but a lot of the cars, there was 31 cars in the whole package.
So your interest level in this was not real high?
No.
All right, MGA. Gosh, I've had a ton of these. So it looks like just a...
This is a really cool little car.
This is disc
This is
brake.
a lot of value for the money.
So it's going to be a later 1500s. It's got disc brakes. Got a 1500 head. So the head's right. So it's a 59, JD?
Yes.
Not a super early car, but early enough that
It's not a rare car, but it's a cool car, and there's a lot of bang for the buck for the money if you want it. This is a good, what I call entry-level car. And we did get it running,
Okay.
but it was running when it quit too.
Okay.
And there's nothing in this whole building that money won't fix.
I agree. So you got the keys to this one.
I don't know.
I like both those, JD.
Do you?
Yeah, even,
Well, I'm glad you
even
like it.
non-running. Is that okay?
That's fine with me.
Okay.
You're happy. And look at my little Pontiac I got.
Like
Look
that.
at this, my Pierce Arrow.
That's beautiful.
That's a 1929 Pierce Arrow. You know how you tell a Pierce Arrow? There's the only car in history that made headlight buckets like this right here. If you look at all the pre-war cars, they'll be mounted, you know, like this up front. Pierce Arrow molded these into the fenders.
That's awesome. That's brilliant.
And so a lot of people don't realize, but from here all the way to here is one piece of metal that's hand beat out and handmade
So
on both sides of the car.
So back in the day, if you were a baller or a wealthy man, you wanted something for the
You were in a Pierce Arrow, a Packard, or a Cadillac.
or a Peerless.
Yeah.
Three Ps.
Well, period.
I was going with the three Ps.
The three Ps, yes.
Yeah. If you had a Packard, a Peerless, or a Pearsauer,
Yeah.
you were doing very well.
You were stud puppy.
That's right.
And you'd spent about $3,600 for this car
That
in
is-
1829.
Which a house was what, 800?
Yes. There's your Lamborghini right there in the E-Type.
Yep, it's just like I remembered it.
This is a really cool car. Both of them are. And it comes with all its glory.
Now that is a basket case.
Weekend project for a
Where's
guy
the
like y'all.
hood?
There is no hood on this one, but there is that one.
That's not a weekend project, then.
The hood's laying right there on the frame. Sean, you want that?
It's so dark now, I can't see.
I'd hate to be driving if he missed and he walked by that. I don't know how many people run over between here and there.
I was busy looking at all the bits and pieces.
Is it 70?
Yeah. And it's got vintage air.
You know, we've already, just this year, we bought 4 E-Types similar to this. People just can't seem to get them to the finish line. They just give up.
You know, it is. Because, well, you know, the old adage, have a Jaguar, you need 2 of them, one to drive, one to stay in the shop all the time. So nobody knows how to put them back together.
Agreed. I think you need 3.
Here's this one here.
A 12-cylinder car.
Yes. There's the keys on the hood.
That's a no-cylinder car.
Keys are right there. It's quiet, runs smooth.
Yes.
Does this have a motor?
Somewhere.
Well, it shouldn't be that hard to find. It's a 12-cylinder motor.
It's in a box.
But it's
In a big
here?
old crate, yeah.
Okay. So 74, 70. So that's
There's your
4 of the
T-bird.
cards. It's gonna be a fun day, guys. So just a base deco,
Base deco
car.
Deco
Okay.
car, yeah. Does have its fender skirts.
You can tell it easy when you walk up, JD, because it's just single 4, right?
Yes,
As opposed to 2 4.
Single 4. If it had to do 4, it'd be an E-Type, and
Yeah.
then the
F-bird.
F-Type is the supercharged version.
and that
they
ain't
only
this
built
one,
190. Oh no! But they take a lot of these and put some superchargers on them, try to clone them and make them. This is about like the Corvettes that everybody, you know, there's 3,000 Corvettes in the registry, but 6,000 of them with the same serial numbers.
Manual transmission, D, so it's gonna be the lowest horsepower car.
Yes. I think 230 horsepower. 200
You know what I'm
horsepower.
surprised at, that more people haven't rested on mine at these.
They did for a long time, you remember, and they even was putting big blocks in them, but they just never took off. But I think now, with the technology and stuff, there may be another room for them to come in. But
They're beautiful body style.
oh,
They're kind of hard to get
you
in and out
walk by
of.
2 great ones when in the showroom.
We'll look at those when we head out.
I'm not the only one.
This is 1 top or 2, or do you know?
I believe it's 1 top. It might have 2.
You are correct. 1 top, 3-speed. No wonder bar.
No, but it does have a fender skirt.
So what in the world's the story with this?
Well, they pulled it all apart, left it to be found in pieces.
So is the motor on a crate?
Nope, there is no motor.
No, this is it.
This is it.
So do you use the motor or something else?
I don't know what they did, but it wasn't there. There's your heads and crank and pieces.
Smokes.
It's another pizza.
No, this would be a cool LS swap, you're right, Sean.
Well, that's what you just drop in. You just throw you an LS and
Yeah.
find something in it and put you. Might even do like those vector cars. Go get you a wheelbase. I don't know what the wheelbase is on this, but you might be able to swap it out with something like a Audi.
Why would they? Where was it? Where was it hit?
It wasn't
Or you don't,
hit.
it wasn't hit. So it's a strip.
Theft recovery or strip or something.
It says it's 13. Good grief. Can't have many miles on it.
Can't tell.
What year is it?
And I'm telling
It's
you,
05,
2
isn't
miles
it?
unknown.
TMU. Okay.
It's
How's
your-
that for a load? 57 T-Bird, an 05 Gallardo. What is that, about half of one?
A third of
I
one.
like
I'm gonna
the
say
E-types.
30% of it.
I like the E-types. MGA is wonderful.
Yeah.
And I actually
Little-
kind of like the little
little
53 Corvette Restaurant thingy, Bob.
There you go.
Even though it's a
Do I not look out for you?
You do. You know what? I think you sold me these right, and I appreciate that.
I think you did too. I think
I'm
you
not
did
even going to
well.
haggle with you.
I know you're not.
Last time we haggled, we were in his office for an hour and a half.
Yeah, I know. Flipping quarters and fighting, and our relationship come that close.
Oh, we did not.
That close to being stronger than it ever was.
All right, we got a deal on these 6.
God, I have to shake your hand too.
No.
Just wire the money.
What are we going to do for lunch?
I got it already set up for you. It's
I'll wire the money quick. You know that. I'm good at that.
I know that.
All right, what do we have?
You have baked beans, potato salad, coleslaw, brisket, chicken, wet ribs, dry ribs, sausage, Texas toast, banana pudding. Wow.
You know, Texas has got fantastic barbecue, but so does Mississippi.
Yes.
All right. Well,
Guys.
ladies first. So we got moist, dry, moist, dry, sausage. I already had the sausage, it's really good. We can go and stack all this up. We are hungry. We've been up since early 30. That's a 3-meat combo. So I'll mix the ribs in with it. All 5 meats are really good. It's not Linky's, but we'll give it a close second. I want to see your favorite car here at the time and your favorite truck. You always have some killer trucks.
Yeah, I do.
Let's go with car first.
Well, my old true favorite, have we done my Lincoln?
No?
Okay, well this is my favorite car in here. 1936 Lincoln, brawn body, 3/4 top Chevrolet. There's only 2 of them in the world.
I'm familiar with Braun, but I'm not familiar with Ringling.
Ringling Brothers, Barnum and Bailey Circus.
Gotcha.
It was built for John T. Ringling of Ringling Brothers, Barnum and Bailey Circus.
Okay.
And he drove this car from New York to Montana to his ranch right before he passed away.
Wow.
It was in 1937. And this car's got a V12 in it, weighs 6,000 pounds, would run 120 mile an hour
Wow.
on juice, little old 1-cylinder juice brakes and 21-inch tires.
Fast back then.
That was, yeah, and then here, let's move this out of the way. It's such an amazing piece and it's in the Circus Guild, but things I like about it, these are wood doors.
Wow.
This is not metal, this is the skin metal, but it's wood outside in the whole body and frame.
And what year's this car?
1936.
So the last time I saw doors like that was on one of the Yellowstone Park buses.
Yes, remember, I remember that bus too. And
Very
so this
cool.
is, yeah.
Okay.
But this is like this, and here's what I like about it. Look at how they shut it. Just shut it.
Dual suicide.
Well, they got dual suicide, and then this is an open driver's top.
Wow, those gauges are beautiful.
And so this is an open driver's top. And then what's, like Jay Leno has his, the whole top comes down.
Divider window.
Divider window.
Open drivers
Jump
or open
seats.
chauffeur, whatever you want to call it. It's
Jump
got
up in it.
It's got a clock in here.
Yes. And then it also has your pistol pockets.
Look at
That's
the
your
jump
jump
seats. This is beautiful, JD.
And then these pockets in the door for your pistols.
Okay. Pistol pockets.
But now this is probably one of and my daughter got married in. I've owned this car twice. I bought it back from my wife. So this car will probably never ever sell again. We drive it quite a bit.
Great parade car.
We drive it to town to eat and go out on special events, and like my daughter got married and that.
That's awesome.
I'll show you another one.
Favorite car number 1.
That's favorite car number 1. Number 2, we can walk around here and I can just point out some honorable mentions if you'd like to see some. There's a 1,200 horsepower dual twin turbo Z06.
That's what everybody needs.
Chill Yarborough.
I like that.
This is a really cool car. You know, they made 2 of these, 2 different types. They made the Cale Yarborough and the Dan Gurney. And Dan Gurney was blue and this one was red because NASCAR had to homologate 500 cars racing. But I don't think they ever did 500 of these. I think actually the numbers are like 130 of each one of them.
So
they didn't quite get to 500, but they did race them because they had to have the extra long nose. You know, the drive on race on Sunday, drive on Mondays theory. So that's what this is. This is the Cale Yarborough spoiler special from 1969.
So this was Mercury.
This is Mercury Cyclone.
Wing car.
Yes.
You know what's crazy is these, and maybe I'm wrong now, and I'm hoping I'm not saying something incorrect, but the Mopar wing cars have always been way more money, and they made more of them.
Exactly.
I mean, if you're going to collect one, this is one of the hardest ones to get.
Well, it is because you see more Dan Gurneys, the blue Dan Gurneys. I don't believe, if I'm not mistaken, there was only 136 of these ever produced.
Neat car. Most people don't know about them.
No, and they don't quite understand them.
I got to see your favorite truck.
There's
Now that's a pretty T-Bird.
Yeah, that's
right
a
there.
goldenrod. That's an Amos Minter type T-Bird right there from a 56. Kelsey Hayes wheels, dual mount rear antennas.
It's a really desirable color, isn't it?
Yeah, and a lot of people don't realize, this casted a light up here on your head, windshield, so you can see how fast you're going. So it's like
Has
holographic.
HID?
Yes, back in 1956.
That is impressive.
This is a really nice, you're a Jaguar guy, since you like Jags.
I do.
That is a stud right there. Probably one of the nicest ones you would come across in a long time. This is probably, if I have to say, in the top 1% of Jaguars in the country.
The market's changed quite a bit.
Yes, sir, it
You
has.
and I were both in it back in the day, but let's just say the late 90s.
Oh.
This car was probably worth triple what it's worth now.
Yeah, 250 to 300,000
All day.
Yeah, all day just stand on your head. Now it's $1.50,
Yeah.
$1.85.
They come way down, maybe half. But
And it's really sad because when you get in this car and you rev it up, it sounds like a European car. You got that big throat,
Well, they're
European
great car.
wind-up sound. And,
great car to drive. And that was an SE,
yes.
special equipment car.
All
They
right.
still got the mini bikes. Everybody's got to have mini bikes.
Got to have mini bikes. We run around with mini bikes.
Favorite
Oh,
truck?
there's your mini bike I got from you.
Yes, you did. Well,
You
sure they
remember
did.
this?
JD won that on the coin flip.
Yeah, and it killed you. I never seen a grown man damn near cry over $400 as he did with this here. Remember this,
There it
Sean?
is.
That sorry ass Mexican dinner we ate for lunch, and I had to drag this thing home just to remember that day.
It's actually a really rare purple monkey.
It is. It's a really cool bike, and it has, as seen on Coffee Walk, on
There
the
you
back.
go.
I'm actually going to hang it in my bar and put spotlights on it, like it twists around.
Well, we'll get you a coffee walk banner for that.
And then, oh, that's a really cool. You've seen that, haven't you?
I remember when you bought it. Didn't that come out of Canterbury stuff?
Yeah, this come out of Danny Canterbury's collection. This is a 1990 CB50, still in the crate, Honda CB50 Cafe Racer. And
That's pretty cool.
Way cool. And I actually have the cardboard box that slides over the top of it as well.
That's
But this
really
is
cool.
really, really cool. 1990 CB50 in the crate.
Never even seen one, much less in a crate.
That's
That
really
neat?
neat. Yeah, it is.
Wow.
That's so many cool things in there.
So this is my second
That is
favorite. Or my
stunning.
top. This is a 1937 Railton. It's on a Hudson chassis because the Europeans couldn't build their tolerances. They couldn't have, back in 37, they couldn't build a motor to stay together.
Okay.
So everything on this is hand built. When you set this next to those big room body Cadillacs and my Lincoln and stuff, the sexy sleek line of the riveted hood and how long it is, it just looks like a really high-end car, which it was in its day. It's handmade. They only built 7 of these cars.
It's so similar. Like one of my favorite cars is that Bruff. I think they were like 36s, weren't they? Or 37s?
Yes, sir. And this is 37. But this was more of an estate car. Look at that. It has the turnicators that flop out.
Tournicators,
First generation.
trafficators.
Trafficators, whatever you want to call it.
110, 220, doesn't really matter.
That's right. Just lick your finger and find out. I'm gonna say this is my honorable mention, and I just acquired this. This is every nut and bolt on this 1941 Studebaker M16 2-ton truck is brand new.
That is
Under the
incredible.
hood and everything. And the Studebaker, what's so nice about it is it's a Studebaker. It's very, very rare. Your Ford was built right behind you at the same time. It's of the same caliber and quality as this car, was stored in the same place. But the Studebaker there were very few Studebakers ever built.
I believe that.
So this truck's worth 3 times what that truck's worth. And just look down in between the duals. Look how nice, well put together this is.
Yeah, it's kind of neat rake, doesn't it, James?
It does.
And there's just a little more detail. When you start looking at the details on this car, the hubcap,
This is
center
a
cap.
multi-year restoration to do that. How cool that is. Oh, so look at that latch. It's genius. Love it.
Isn't
is
that neat?
Yeah.
You can leave that out.
That's so heavy duty. Check this out, James. That is really cool.
And then right here's the same truck, except for this was, you look at the difference. Now that one was restored in Tennessee, and this one was restored with the Studebakers.
That's awesome. God, there's got to be so few like this.
Yes, well there is none, because people don't spend $150,000 to restore a $35,000, $40,000 truck.
Not anymore, but they used to.
No, they used to. But that's the whole thing. And then this here is so cool. This is my mail truck. This is a 1931 Model A TT, which is the 2-speed axle. Wow. Service kit with it. This was delivering mail till just the other day.
Hauling mail.
All in mail.
Love it.
Just sold. Here's something that's cool. I just sold this. Is going to a Connecticut collector. But this is a really rare, cool sea cab. And this is a Mack record. Isn't that neat?
Very cool.
And they talk about pocket doors. What has the only car in history that had pocket doors?
Kaiser Darren.
Kaiser Darren. Built it 1 year, 1953, 54. We got pocket doors on our sea cab.
There you go, way ahead of this
That
time.
was way ahead of its time.
Very
So
cool.
don't ever let people tell you that we didn't have something. My 31 Cadillac's got an anti-theft on it. People don't realize we had an anti-theft in 1931.
And I love this place. We could stay here all day, but we got about 4 hours of loading cars. 1928 Buick, 7th annual meet, Mid-America Old Time Auto Association, Hot Springs, Nashville, Arkansas, June 17th through 20th, 1965.
It's the last time it showed.
That's cool. That's when I was born.
Yeah. Isn't that neat? This company, Kevin Hart. He
Okay.
flew through a snake's mouth in Borderland, the movie. This is the movie truck from Borderland.
So if anybody's interested in that,
There it
it's
is.
right here at the vault.
And right here.
That would be great in your HOA, Zach.
And this is something Zach needs. And this come out of the movie Transformers, The Last Night.
Okay. So 2 movie cars, movie trucks.
Silver Darren, sold new in Old Waverly in 1960.
So can you imagine JD rolling up in this with John Daly? That'd be a
That'd be
good day.
cool, wouldn't it? Yeah.
Look at that, James.
Oh, I can see James now.
That'd be easier.
World's wide open. There you go, there you go. Right, there you go.
Boom!
That's pretty.
On the money. Way to go, Jaime.
Thank you.
See, isn't that fun?
That was fun.
I've been doing that for 40 years.
Yeah, it was that's a little extra sketchy, but it was fun. Am I dirty?
Oh, what's wrong with the wind?
Dude, Look at that old school JD.
Yeah, I know. That's
We're
good
going with
old
lunch
stuff.
trays.
Yep.
Go ahead, Sean P.
I don't know why this thing's stuck, but it is. JD, this is a nothing's easy category. And we
It
got
is.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 chefs in the kitchen.
The thing I like about it is there's 5 black shirts around here and one that's got a camera that don't know how to dress.
It looks like he's going turkey hunt with
That's
you.
what I'm saying. Yeah, we might go alligator hunting in that airboat and leave y'all to your own.
Hey, race ramps, we need some more race ramps. Hey, race We're on our 3rd set of race ramps in the past 12 months. Maybe we're not using them properly, JD.
I would have to say that you're using them too much.
I think we use them a lot.
We need rescue ramps, not race ramps.
Let me sit
Or
what we
use them
need.
as unrecommended.
I want to let my hair blow in the
You guys
wind.
look pretty.
So back in the day, JD and I used to take off with our own rigs by ourselves and somehow get them all on there and back home.
Now it takes 5 people and we're sitting here still trying to figure out how to do it. We have not got any more efficient is what he's saying during the 40 years we've been doing this. See ya. Right. Keep going.
So this is a 70. It's not a Series 1 or 1.5. It's a Series 2 car. But what they've done is they've done a Series 1 covered headlight conversion. It's one of my favorite things you can do to one of these later model cars. Really neat.
There you go, keep going.
Geronimo!
Right hand turn, Clyde.
So we can tandem these up together.
I think I'm done for the day.
We normally do.
We'll let these guys strap all these down, get all the parts in there. I might supervise later. Me and JD are gonna go have a beer.
And then we're gonna race go-karts.
Okay.
think about them boys? Them Texas guys have lost their
They love to have
mind,
fun,
haven't
yeah. They really like that bike.
they? I swear to God.
They're making me want that bike.
There's actually a seat up there.
Yeah,
Can you sit up there?
yeah.
Why, who would do that?
Any of us.
Get up there, DC.
It's a tractor seat.
That's what it is.
Would you do it?
Wow, absolutely I would.
Hold on.
Do it.
Don't stick your fingers.
Well, yeah, don't, because you hit the fan blade. Don't
I like
stick
it in the fan. Go ahead, let it rip.
I don't want to keep turning it on and off.
That is so cool. Thanks, cowboy.
Y'all come back another time, brother.
Always.
We'll do that.
If you're ever in Jackson, Mississippi, and you're a car person, a motorcycle person, or just like a good time, come by the vault.
Oh, yeah.
Click the link below.
We love it. We love people come see us.
See y'all next week.
As always, please
Like, tag,
Share and follow.
and most importantly, subscribe to our YouTube channel. See you next week.